quick update, a couple of things that we are getting to know from Iran, and largely, like you said, attributed to the media there, because officially there has been no reaction so far. Again, they have reiterated that the president and the Khamenei are both in perfect health. They are in full health. The president was targeted in strikes. The ceremonial home of the Ayatollah was also targeted, but he was not there at that time. So he is safe. He has been whisked away. He is probably underground. That's point number one. The second, the US Embassy in Bahrain has issued a shelter-in-place order for all of its personnel. Missile fire detected from Iran. Israelis who receive alerts should go into safe rooms. That's the directive that has been issued within Israel. And sirens are now sounding across North Israel amid an Iranian ballistic missile attack. This is what the media in Israel, and like we were describing to you, it has begun, and the response has also now begun. Even as we were discussing it, the sirens have started sounding across the north of Israel. Got it?
Indeed. And this is exactly how it played last year. It was only on the 12th day of the war between Israel and Iran that one had the B-2 bombers when the Operation Midnight Hammer was launched by US. There was a 12-day war which ended with the B-2 bombers striking those critical nuclear facilities in Iran. So are we looking at a prolonged phase here as well? And secondly, unlike last year, there is a very heavy deployment of the US in the region. And Shiv, I think that's a very important aspect of how US sees this military op from here on, because this is the single largest military deployment since the Iraq invasion in 2003. And that, I think, is going to be a very defining aspect of how Donald Trump's administration views America's military operation from here on. He's already said he wants a regime change. There's already a very heavy military deployment in the region already. There are, aircraft carriers have been moved in that region. And now how US responds to this is really going to be the defining aspect of ending this from here on.
Gauri, we have to be very clear about one thing. One single carrier battle group is more than sufficient. It carries more than enough firepower, and weapons, including weapons of mass destruction, to completely obliterate large parts of Iran. So we've got the Trump administration sending 2 carrier battle groups, including the Gerald Ford carrier battle group, one in the Mediterranean and one in the Persian Gulf at this point of time, which means you have Iran facing American carrier battle groups, which are the sort of the pinnacle of military projection and strength of American power, on 2 flanks of Iran as we speak. And what this basically means is, and I can, I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is, Gauri and Padmaja, and say that at least some of the strikes that we've seen, captured in these videos in Tehran and elsewhere, some of these strikes have to have been cruise missiles from one of these carrier battle groups. They couldn't have only been from Israel. They must have been some from the carrier battle groups as well. That's the reason why you've seen Trump weighing in and sort of taking ownership of Operation Roar of the Lion so wholly. But I think at this point of time, the retaliation is going to be the key area of focus. Okay. Remember that, and we'll have a map on our screens in just a short while. Vedika is going to be plugging in a bit as well. There is no shortage of American military asset power in this region. Should the balloon go up even further, should things escalate even further, and it's very unlikely that they will beyond a point, because Iran has a large conventional military, but even its reserves are going to be difficult to actually assess at this point of time. America has Iran completely surrounded, whether it is Qatar, whether it is Bahrain, whether it is Kuwait, whether it is Iraq itself, whether it is allied units within Syria, whether it is obviously in Israel, whether it is the Persian Gulf, the Mediterranean, Central Europe. Iran is completely surrounded. And remember, the Trump administration has also got friendly accommodation from Pakistan, which is a large neighbor of Iran. So don't miss that piece in what kind of combat we're about to see in case it comes to that point.
All right, let me also bring in Anjana Shankar, who joins us live from Abu Dhabi. Anjana, how long do you see this going on now?